So 5 years ago, me and my wife, Ashley, we moved here back home to Beaumont, Texas with a dream and a vision to start a brand new, life-giving, spirit-filled church in the heart of downtown Beaumont. And over the last 5 years, God has done something amazing. We have seen lives changed, souls saved. We've seen marriages restored. We have seen kiddos be dedicated, prodigal sons and daughters come back home. We have seen testimonies and healings and miracles. But over those 5 years, we've never had a place to call our own. In fact, over the last several years, our church has actually met in about 6 different locations. Redemption Church actually started as a Bible study in an Old Town apartment with about 10 people. And we have continued to grow from there. And over the last 5 years, we've met in other churches that have opened their doors to us. We have met in coffee shops. We've met in restaurants. We've met in bars. That's right. In fact, our church started in a bar on Crockett Street downtown. We started in a bar, and when that bar closed, we moved to another bar. And then when that bar closed, we moved back to the first bar. But then we moved into this old warehouse that we've renovated and turned it into our home. And God has been so good. God has been so gracious. You guys have been so amazing, loving your church, praying for your church, serving your church, giving towards your church. And over the last 5 years, we have seen lives change, but we've never had a place to call home. Until today. We got the keys! We got the keys! Come on! Redemption, we got the keys! We got those keys! Won't he do it? Won't he do it? God is so good! God is so good! The legacy is not for lease. There is a church here in Beaumont, and we ain't going nowhere. We exist to see what a gospel-centered movement in the heart of this city, where every man, woman, and child experiences life change through Jesus. We got the keys. Man. Woo, I am excited. I'm excited for what God's going to do. Hey, do y'all want to see the building? Do y'all want to see it? We have been praying for a building, but God did so much more than that. In fact, we didn't just buy a building, we bought the entire city block. We are home now. Look at this. Show the video. So we bought the building that we're currently in, but we bought the entire block. And so this entire section right now is all going to become children's ministry. Wow. Your kids are going to be worshiping, serving Jesus in this room. This is where our youth ministry, Next Gen, everything's going to be happening here. And we're going to renovate the entire other side of this building. And you look at the downtown area and what God is doing here at Redemption. Here's just a picture of what the future buildings will look like. When people walk in, this is what they're going to be able to see. They're going to see prayers be answered. We have been praying. There's it. That's it. And here's our lobby. That would be the new lobby of the church. We have been praying for this moment for over a year, and God has answered every single one of our prayers. See, if you come to First Wednesday prayer night, here's what I would always teach you is that we don't pray generic prayers because generic prayers get generic answers. We pray specific prayers because specific prayers get specific answers. And some of y'all be praying prayers that God's answering, but because you're not specific in those, you don't know what you're looking for. And so here's what we've been praying for. We've been praying for a building that's going to be large enough to have all of the Redemption kids, because we're every man, woman, and child. Children's ministry is incredibly important to us. As a church, about 30% of our Sunday attendance is children. On average, a church is about 18 to 20%. We're at about 30% kiddos running around the back. They need their own space. And so this entire part is all going to become children's ministry and youth ministry for us. We've also been praying We also have been praying that we need a space that's going to be able to be large enough to facilitate growth. Because here's what I believe. The shoe should never tell the foot how big it can be. And so we don't want to buy a building that we're not going to be able to grow in. And so we were praying, God, give us 500 seats. They mapped it out. We're looking at about 550. He does more than we could ask or imagine. There's 500 parking spaces. It's in downtown. There's a one-way street leading directly to the church from the downtown overpass. But here's what I'm really excited about, is we were praying for 30-foot ceilings. And guess what? That building over there is 2 stories, which means we're gonna get 30-foot ceilings in this new building. It is going to be absolutely incredible. Here's what I see when I look into the future. Man, I just see lives changed. I see souls saved. I see people who will never be the same again. I see people who have given up on church coming back in to a vibrant relationship with God. I see children and grandchildren coming to the Lord. I see missionaries being raised up in-house. I see our Redemption Leadership College training pastors and deacons and missionaries to send them around. I see church planters being sent out from here. I see a city renewed. I see the gospel going forth. I see miracles happening in this room. That's what I see when I look forward into the future. How many of you are excited about what God is going to do next?